This is Car Guys New England, your YouTube channel for anything automotive.
Bad, cause it's bit bad. Smoke with the bad. Like chips at the front. Let's go. I'm fly like a pelican in my bed. I in my way, hella quick. They get to the hook up on the elephant cut. My trunk, yeah, it's in the front. Of course, it's in the back. This a big. This a real big difference. You just want a club. I just need them racks. You just wanna party. I just wanna rock.
Hey guys, it's Jay with Car Guys New England, and today I'm going to talk about the town car a little bit, why you haven't really seen a lot of Panther content on my channel. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys that are the Panther fans. I love them actually. This car has been great to me up until probably the past year or so, where it's just a lot of headaches. The car got, I think, almost 300,000 miles on it now. It's pretty close to that. And now I'm at the point where I need to start thinking about retiring the car and finding a replacement. I do have a replacement in mind, but I'll unveil that when I get to that point. For now, I'm keeping the car, but I was going to show you guys a few things about this car that kind of driving me nuts, and kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm losing interest in the platform, because I'm definitely not. So pretty much mechanically, I've been having a shitload of issues for the past, actually probably year and a half, 2 years now. The car not running right, and then throwing check engines. I've had a bunch of different things done to the car, including cleaning the fuel injectors, but honestly at this point I think the fuel injectors need to be replaced. But there's other issues going on. I get exhaust leaks at the behind the headers on the factory pipes. I think the flange needs to be replaced on the exhaust. So that's constantly loosening up and leaking, and I think that's also causing a check engine light as well, which, you know, I don't know, it's just kind of annoying to constantly have to keep up with all this crap. But let's go over a few things on the car, and these are kind of the nails in the coffin for me, so to speak. So this is the big one. This is kind of the deal breaker for me. So I'm getting rust up along the windshield from having the windshield replaced so many times. I think the paint got scraped and it rusted underneath. So it's at a point where in torrential rain, the car's actually leaking water into the car. It drips down. So I put some black silicone under it, and that seemed to help a little bit, but it's still leaking. So in order to fix this, I would have to pull the windshield, trim all of this rust out the best I can, weld in some pieces there or something, and then reseal this, paint it, which obviously, you know, paint nowadays is outrageously priced. So it's a matter of, do I want to fix it, or do I just continue to drive it the way it is? And I've kind of just taken the stance, well, F it, I'm just going to drive it like this. And here's another thing that is killing me as well, which basically it's starting to rot. It had some rust bubbles there. I tried cleaning them up, but it ended up just coming back, unfortunately. So that would need to be fixed as well. In the past, the rear axles themselves were getting wiped out, and it hasn't happened in now over a year and a half or so since I did that last video about it, swearing because I was so frustrated with it. It hasn't done that, and actually the rear end's been pretty quiet since we cleaned it out. So knock on wood, it hasn't started doing that yet. But I do feel it's probably just a matter of time, honestly. So I feel like I'm on borrowed time with that. Also, I have another rear bumper for the car. I did a video where I got rear-ended, and I just haven't had the time to put the painted new bumper on. So that just remains damaged and looking like crap. Not really a big deal when you look at it. It's not like a huge amount of damage was done. But prior to that accident, this car was in phenomenal shape. I didn't have the rust the car has or any of that BS. So that's what's driving me nuts on the outside of the car. I got another issue inside. I don't think it'll do it now, but it randomly happens to me, and I'll explain that to you guys as well. So here's another issue with the car. What ends up happening is, even when you put your foot, on the brake and you try to shift the car, well, right now it's shifting, which is fine. But a lot of times when you go to start the car, actually, like right now, you get nothing, absolutely nothing. So what I have to do is carry around this paper clip. And I did a video on this before as well, where you have to jam this paper clip in underneath with the key in the on position, shift the car into neutral while you're doing that, and then you can start the car. So I'm going to do that real quick and get the car running again. So using the paper clip, I just shifted the car into neutral with my foot on the brake, and now the car starts. At this point I can put it in gear, and actually it locked into gear again on me, so I'm going to have to do this over again.
Interference detection.
It's an absolute pain in the balls for this to keep happening, and it's because the shifter cable itself is stretched, and I've already replaced that in this car. I can't even say how many times. But the crazy thing is about this, like in an emergency, you can't just get in and go. So the cable needs to be replaced on this. But with all the problems that I've been having with the Lamborghini and my Caprice and this car, it's kind of a frustrating situation because I don't have time to move cars around to different shops to get everything fixed at once. It's tough when you run a business and you run into BS like this. So, like I've said before, I'm kind of at my wit's end with this car. I love it. It's treated me so well over the years, but it's starting to become just too much to deal with, and it's starting to become a headache. So that's where I am with the town car. Like I said, great car. It's treated me well over the years, but now it's become one of my problem children, and it just got stupid issues wrong with it, and I don't know. It's kind of making me lose interest in it. I need something reliable that I can just get in, turn the key, and go. But it's so difficult to find a replacement that meets my criteria to replace this car, because I don't want an SUV or a truck, and I don't like front wheel drive vehicles. So here I am with the town car still. I'm driving it around. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. If you have questions or comments, be sure to comment down below. This is Jay with Car Guys New England. Until next time, take care.